up YouTube? Matt Lee here, and you guys already know what time it is. It's Sunday, it's a morning upload. It is the best time of the week. It's time for the Sunday series, guys. So sit back, relax, grab your good old cup of joe, as we are gonna be talking about creatine monohydrate today, all the myths that come along with creatine, and pretty much, is creatine really worth it? I put out the video last week regarding about BCAAs. I got great feedback on that. You guys wanted to know about creatine, so I'm bringing you guys everything you guys need to know about creatine today. So guys, like I said, sit back, relax, grab that coffee as we debunk the top three creatine myths. But before we dive into it today, guys, let's talk about the benefits that come along with creatine monohydrate. So real quick, creatine is going to help build muscle. It's going to help increase your strength as well as your endurance and put on some serious muscle mass. That is what creatine claims to do and the benefits that come along with it. Because just a side note, creatine is naturally produced within your body. I know a lot of people out there be like, dude, what are you talking about? It's the truth, guys. Look it up anywhere. Creatine is naturally produced within your body, as well as you can find it in many different food sources. So like I mentioned last week, how BCAAs are found in a ton of food sources that we should be consuming throughout. So is creatine. So just keep this in mind, because I'm not a huge supplement believer myself, as I don't take many supplements, like I said, other than pre-workout. But in this case, guys, creatine is found in a lot of different food sources out there, as well as your body naturally produces it, which I'll talk about in 1 second. So guys, we're about to get a full Mythbusters on. I don't know if you remember that show way back when on Discovery Channel. It's freaking awesome. It was one of my favorite shows back in the day. But we're about to go full Mythbusters for this, as we're gonna be tackling myth number 1, which is creatine loading. So there's a loading phase. So is this loading phase really worth it? Now, a lot of you guys out there right now, you're like, Matt, what are you talking about loading? So guys, if you guys are taking creatine or you're looking to take creatine, look for the directions on the back. There's always usually directions about a loading phase. So for example, I'm looking at Body Tech 100% pure creatine monohydrate. You get this at Vitamin Shop, it's very cheap. So it says for the loading phase here, days 1 to 5, mix 1 rounded teaspoon, which is gonna be 5 grams. 8 to 12 ounces of water, and take 4 times daily. So pretty much what you guys are gonna be doing is taking 20 grams of creatine in 1 day. Guys, that is a lot of creatine. And just like anything, guys, like if you get too much protein, you're just gonna be going to the bathroom and removing the rest of the protein that your body doesn't necessarily need. So this is gonna be the same case for creatine, guys. There's only so much creatine that your body can naturally break down, and the rest of it is gonna be going to waste. So this is a myth that a lot of people come up to me and ask, is the loading phase worth it? And guys, I always say no. That is a lot of creatine, as well as, like I said, your body naturally produces creatine, so you already have creatine within your system. So just mixing 1 teaspoon, which is gonna be 5 grams, is plenty throughout the day, guys. The perk of the loading phase is it will get in your body much quicker, but like I said, guys, there will be a lot of waste coming with that, and there will be maybe potentially some risk complications if you guys do not drink enough water. So all I recommend, and all I will ever recommend, is taking 1 teaspoon, which is gonna be 5 grams, just 1 time a day. That is it, guys. I promise you, it will give you the same results as you would if you guys do that loading phase, which is 20 grams, which is a lot of creatine. So like I said, 1 teaspoon, 5 grams a day. Bada bing, bada boom, guys. That's all you need when it comes to creatine. Alrighty, guys, for myth number 2, does creatine harm the kidneys and liver? So this is a very common myth, guys, and this was honestly something that I was absolutely petrified about when I did take creatine back in the day. As it was hurting my liver and it leads to kidney stones. I heard that a lot. It's like, oh, you're gonna get kidney stones if you take creatine and you don't drink enough water. I heard that for years, guys, and this is another myth. Unless you have medical complications already existing, you are perfectly fine, guys. I do suggest drinking a lot of water when it comes to taking creatine. Just like that 5 grams isn't a crazy amount a day, but it is beneficial to be drinking a lot of water, and they do recommend that while you guys are on creatine. There are myths out there that, oh, if you don't drink enough water and you're taking creatine, you're gonna get those kidney stones. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know if that's exactly true or not. I've never had those complications. I usually drink a lot of water to begin with, but like I said, I took creatine for years, guys, maybe 3 to 4 years. I never had any complications whatsoever, and there was definitely weeks where I would go about drinking no water whatsoever. So I can't really debunk this myth, but just doing my research and studying up on the supplements myself, there's a lot of stuff out there and evidence out there that creatine does not affect your kidneys or liver whatsoever. But like I said, I know everyone's different, and they said that you already have medical complications. It's definitely worth, consulting your physician or doctor to kind of talk about creatine. Is it going to be, detrimental to you? So that's what I suggest, guys. If you guys do have those medical complications, talk to your doctor. They're going to know way more than me, and they're definitely going to be able to help you out, guys, a lot more. But that's a big myth. It's the most common myth. So like I said, I've been doing this for 4 years, been perfectly fine. So I can't really say anything for this, guys, but if you guys know anything about this, leave it in the comments below. Let's talk if you guys know anything different and so forth. But like I said, I think you're good to go. You drink enough water, you'll be perfectly fine. And myth number 3, guys, is creatine has and comes with so much water retention that you're just gonna blow up to look like a huge water balloon. This is an absolute myth, guys. Creatine will not make you fluffy or make you hold on to water whatsoever, but I will warn you guys with this. Actually, I should rephrase that because it potentially can, guys, and this is what I'm gonna be talking about now. Just like anything in life, if it's very cheaply priced, there's probably a reason behind it. And there's different grades of creatine, guys. So I always suggest, like I said, this is very cheap. I always suggest buying the more expensive creatine. And when I mean expensive, this is like 20 bucks right here for, I don't even know how many servings, about 102 servings in this, which is pretty much nothing when it comes out to other supplements out there. So this is high. This is highly priced on the creatine market, $20 for 100 servings, that's awesome. But like I said, there's also creatines out there for 100 servings that are literally maybe like 8 bucks. Those are the ones you wanna stay away from, because a lot of times, guys, like I said, they're just so cheaply priced, so they're just made very cheaply, and they're gonna have excess sodium in there. There is sodium within creatine, guys, and it's the cheaper the creatine, it's gonna be the more sodium that they just don't do a good job removing, and they just throw a ton of sodium in that product. So that's when you guys are gonna be holding on to water and having that fluffy look, just because that comes with sodium. If you guys have a lot of sodium within your diet and have a lot of sodium within your body, you guys can naturally hold on to a lot more water than per se if you don't have any sodium whatsoever. So like I said, guys, if you guys are looking to take creatine, try to buy the more expensive creatine. Body Tech's perfectly fine, it's at Vitamin Shop. I know Optimum Nutrition is gold when it comes to creatine as well, which you guys get on bodybuild.com. And they do a great job not having too much sodium in there, or high sodium level, so you guys won't be having that fluffy look. But if you guys do go down that cheap road, just be warned that the creatine is not gonna be as high grade, high level, and there will be a lot more excess sodium within those products, which is gonna give you guys that fluffy look and that watery look. So there you have it, guys. Those are the top 3 myths that come along with creatine monohydrate. Now, it's funny too, because if you guys like search creatine on Google, that's like the first top 3 things that come up that people search. It's just corresponding, because that's like the top 3 questions I get asked every time when people come up to me about creatine and supplements, which I recommend. They always ask, is it detrimental to my kidneys and to my liver? Is it gonna make me look like a water balloon? And what is the deal with the loading phase? So I hope I cleared some stuff up for you guys, just kind of touched upon this topic and this top 3 myths that literally I feel like everyone out there is wondering about when it comes to creatine. And guys, I know I didn't talk about real quick, do I recommend creatine? But honestly, I do recommend it, guys. This is a supplement that I did take way back when, like I said, 3 to 4 years ago, and I really do feel like it helped. It definitely increased my strength, definitely was able to put on some more size, and I felt like my recovery was much better. You know, I was going to the gym all the time, beating myself up just because I was like a newbie in there. I was like, you know, we're doing all types of curls, we're doing everything, and I feel like creatine definitely was able to allow me to recover at a much quicker pace. As for endurance gains, I didn't notice anything it was helping with endurance, but I definitely suggest taking it, guys. I suggest taking that 5 grams, and 5 grams is it. I would not do that loading phase like I talked about. Take 5 grams post-workout is what I always did. I know people take it with pre-workout and whatnot, but I usually take it post-workout, throw in my post-workout shake, throw in my iced tea when I get home from the gym, when I'm having dinner, and so forth, guys. So that's always able to help me out there. But like I said, I know everyone's different. I'm not a big fan of supplements. I know I talked about this before. Diet is everything, guys, but if you guys have your diet on point, creatine and other supplements out there will definitely help, like maybe 3 to 5%. That's all they really will do. But it's definitely worth something considering. Like I said, guys, do not go cheap with creatine, because if you do, you're gonna run into the whole thing of having a ton of sodium in that product just as a filler, and it's gonna blow you up like a balloon, as well as it could lead to acne. I know a lot of people do break out. So just keep this in mind, guys. Do not go cheap. Like I said, this is only 20 bucks and it's 102 servings. So this was at Vitamin Shop. You get Optimum Nutrition on bodybuilding.com. They have a ton of stuff as well. Powder or pills, they're all the same really. And I will always suggest creatine monohydrate. Like I said, your body naturally produces it. So it's definitely something worth taking, guys. I don't say that often, but like I said, I love my pre-workouts, and creatine did me well. That's why I still have it around the house, just in case that day comes where I want to get back on creatine. So I hope this video helped you out. Like I said, everyone is subject to their own opinion. So if you guys feel otherwise about creatine, or you guys absolutely love creatine, had a really good experience with creatine, let me hear about it below, guys. Like I said, I'm always down to learn new stuff. And just be able to talk to you guys a little bit more. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Sunday series as we went over those myths with creatine. And always stay tuned, because we have daily vlogs every week, as well as Sunday series every single Sunday. So it's always a good time on this channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be sure to subscribe if you guys are new. I hope you guys stick around. And be sure to like this video, smash that like button, guys. And I will see you guys in the next one.